This blockbuster season continues right here, right now, from Spielberg in Austria. This is Formula One back on the mountainside and the continuation of the World Championship in 2025. We've arrived at round 11 as we begin our summer season of races in Europe. The traditional three sectors, the track distance of 4.3 kilometers, 2.6 miles. It is high speed, it is high overtaking possibilities. Into the third turn, into the fourth turn, it is a rapid lap, but it is one that has seen plenty of drama through the years. Racing in these parts since the 1960s. Making these tyres last is going to be the key to the Grand Prix today. They have the C5, the C4 and the C3, the soft, the medium and the hard available for them in the duration of the 71 laps. It's race day on the mountainside, a picturesque venue that we adore visiting, but for the drivers, the crunch moment is less than 5 minutes away. From the back to the front, Nico Hülkenberg, the slowest qualifier for the first time since 2023. He's next to Carlos Sainz, who called the Williams undrivable and is in P19. Next is Yuki Tsunoda, who still can't get a tune out of the Red Bull. Esteban Ocon couldn't switch the tyres on in the Haas. Next is Lance Stroll. He was as high as fourth in practice. He lines up P16 for the Grand Prix. Oliver Behrman's Haas was upset by the change of wind direction. Franco Colapinto is in 14th. Isaac Hadjar out-qualified by his teammate Liam Lawson for only the second time this season. Alex Albon damaged the floor on his way to 12th. Fernando Alonso is the lead Aston Martin on the grid. Next up is Pierre Gasly in 10th position. He had a spin that was hugely consequential at the front. Kimi Antonelli has finished his exams and he lines up 9th on the grid. Gabriel Bortoleto, best ever in Formula One. He even got a tow from Max Verstappen, who has his joint worst qualifying performance of the season. P6 for Liam Lawson was outstanding. He's next to the winner from last year, George Russell, P5. Lewis Hamilton gets his best Grand Prix start for Ferrari in 4th. Oscar Piastri was furious he didn't get a second run. It allowed Charles Leclerc to claim a third front row of the year, and Lando Norris was out front by a mile.
Carlos Sainz hasn't left the grid.
Something is stopping the car from moving forward. Car is stuck.
Copy, I'm just checking what we can do. Game over, Carlos, jump up.
The inevitable message being delivered, game over. Carlos Sainz will not take the lights. The action in Austria is 5 lights away. And the Grand Prix is underway. Oscar Piastri roars around the outside and takes second position. McLaren 1-2, but Lando Norris gets the run that he needs, and it's a lock-up for Kimi Antonelli, and he's hit Max Verstappen at turn 3. They continue to race, and now George Russell improves up to 4th position, but what has happened to Max Verstappen?
Verstappen's out. Verstappen is done. Antonelli steamed in. I think he missed his brake point on the inside, and Antonelli was locked up and just clobbered an innocent Max Verstappen.
I'm out. I got hit like crazy. Idiots.
As we go on board with Albon and is about to execute last of the lake breakers.
Alexander Albon finds himself up to P6. Lando Norris checking the left-hand mirror. The two McLarens are side by side again. They're still side by side, like they were in Canada, this time in Austria. But it's not for 4th place, it's for the lead of the Grand Prix, and they still can't resolve it. Lando hangs on. Further back in the field, this is for the points. This is Gabriel Bortoleto trying to score his first points today in the World Championship. Medium tyres go past fading softs.
This is going to be Lando making a mistake. It's 9, he's on the gravel, and then he's off the road again at 10.
How did he hang on to the lead? Here's Yuki Tsunoda late on the brakes, getting to the apex first. That's going to be contact, and it is Tsunoda and Stroll coming together at turn 3. As it's a double Williams retirement, Alex Albon out of the race. It's a tough run of races for the British team.
This is the most complex scenario when you've got the quickest car and 2 number 1 drivers.
Just a waft to the inside, looking for more, locking up. I thought he was trying to put the frighteners on, and he nearly ripped off the front wing.
Oscar, feedback from the pit wall. The manoeuvre in turn 4 with the front lockup was too marginal. We can't do that again.
Colapinto with a late braking move into the third turns, and they make contact and they spin, and round goes the Alpine, still in the Grand Prix, fighting at turn 3. Tsunoda tried to come back immediately, and Colapinto, having applied the move, spun round at the 4th turn, and that could have changed the entire picture for those yet to stop.
Yeah, nice to get a bit of a slipstream if he can get a pass done before you go into 4, but these guys are battling.
Tsunoda and Colapinto forces Oscar Piastri onto the grass at high speed. The battle further back in the pack.
So I thought Yuki was taking a wide line because he knew that that was Oscar there, and then Colapinto must have been completely unsighted.
Bortoleto going past the driver that he beat to the title last year in Formula 2. The resistance is complete. The British driver comes out of the final corner. Lando Norris wins the Austrian Grand Prix in a massive result for the World Championship. He kept his teammate at bay. Lando Norris in Australia, in Monaco, and now in Austria is climbing to the top step of the podium. It felt like a must-win race. It turned out to be a race that he did win. He heads to Silverstone with the largest trophy and a 15-point gap to try and overcome in the remainder of the season.
It was tricky for sure. You know what? It wasn't without a couple little mistakes here and there, but just because I was pushing a lot, and especially the first 20 laps, I was just in a very difficult position with Oscar having DRS. DRS around here is like 6, 7, 8 tenths almost. And that allows him to get his battery up, and I had to keep using my battery to try and get him out of DRS. And every time I tried to get my battery back up, he got it closer and he had a go at me. So I was just in a very vulnerable position for the first 20 laps. We had some good moments, some close moments, that's for sure. But exciting ones, ones where we're very much on the edge and we're pushing. It's never going to be perfect. It's very difficult to ever be perfect, but we had good battles today. It was fair, it was clean, and as soon as we got the first pit stop out the way, I felt a bit more under control. I could look after the battery for the first time, and I could get my tyres in a good window, and then I could chill out a little bit.
I think I'm still kind of analysing the race a bit, and
it's the final lap, but Team Old Spice is calling for a pit stop.
Coconuts.
With hindsight, maybe I could have done a couple of things a bit differently with when I tried to get past, but in the moment you've got to take the opportunity when it comes, and it was a good race. Very happy with the pace I had today. Obviously I think after getting into a good spot at the first corner, I was happy to stay in DRS and then try and put up a fight, but after the first stop, I think maybe we did the wrong thing trying to go a bit longer, and some things to learn. But
I was not planning to try and overtake in turn 1 actually. I don't think it's very much possible here to try to go around turn 1, but as soon as I had a good start, then I was side by side, and then that was basically my position, and then I had to brake early. Oscar overtook me around the outside, so I didn't have much. There wasn't much I could have done better there. But to be honest, if I would have kept second place, I'm pretty sure I would have got overtaken very quickly afterwards, because they were just too quick today. So we still need to work hard. However, the team has done a great job in bringing those upgrades, and we did steps in the right direction.
I feel like we did a good job. We put the weekend together. We did a great job in the pit stops. We did a great job with the strategy. I feel like we did everything that was in our hands, and just hope we can keep up like this, like a weekend like this, repeating every single weekend. I think we can score more points in the season and have great results.
Unlucky, I guess. Yeah, I mean, it's what it is. I mean, I spoke quickly to Kimi also. He came even to the hospitality. I mean, I think every driver has made a mistake like that. No one does that on purpose as well. So for me, that's not a big deal.